5 anchors as being really important in working through what comes up when you're in a conflict with your romantic partner. And he says that you need to, 1, soothe and resource yourself, 2, quiet your mind, calm your heart, and settle your body. So soothe and resource yourself. He goes into more detail about what these things are, but I also think that a lot of these points are really things that have to be practiced and kind of thought about what individually works for you, right? So whatever like soothe and resource yourself means for you, like know thyself is also, I think, really important in this context. Number 2, pause, then notice and discern the sensations, vibrations, and emotions in your body instead of reacting to them. I'll say that again. Pause, then notice and discern the sensations, vibrations, and emotions in your body instead of reacting to them. So I think that number 2 actually could be really important in doing number 1. So I kind of, as we go on, you'll see, I think some of these things are, it's not necessarily like a linear 1, 2, 3 process, but it can be kind of a like maybe trying to do all these things at one time. Number 3, accept and tolerate the discomfort instead of trying to flee from it. Accept and tolerate the discomfort instead of trying to flee from it. Whew, easier said than done. Yeah, doggy does not like that. Who wants to accept and tolerate discomfort, right? No, nobody wants to do that. Number 4, stay present and in your body as you move through the unfolding experience with all its ambiguity and uncertainty, and respond from the best parts of yourself. Yeah, I love that. He talks about that too, this idea of like, when you're responding to your partner, try to respond to them from the best parts of yourself rather than the weakest parts of yourself, which is really hard to do, right? When you're in a romantic relationship, when you were like in the thick of it, you were like, ooh, your most wounded parts come out. And so I think it's a good reminder to say like, respond from the best parts of yourself, right? Because romantic relationships are also like, I really like to think of them as spiritual work. And again, this is like in the context of monogamous relationships. Not that polyamorous relationships cannot be spiritual work. Indeed, they are. I just tend to think of polyamorous relationships as like kind of the ideal. This is also making me think of a book that I really like that I have on my bookshelf somewhere. It's called The Ethical Slut. Very cool book. I highly Number recommend. 5, metabolize any energy that remains. Okay, so soothe and resource yourself. Pause, then notice and discern the sensations, vibrations, and emotions in your body. Pause, discern. Accept and tolerate the discomfort. Stay present and in your body. Metabolize energy that remains. So these are the 5 anchor points, and these this is also, you know, as you can probably now see, it's very tied to somatic abolitionism work, right? Because I think these 5 anchor points are also pretty much the same thing that Resmaa Menken would suggest that you do in My Grandmother's Hands if you're having a difficult racial conversation, or even a conversation where race is in the mix at all, right? Because race can get us so activated in our bodies. I don't know if you felt that, especially as a white person.